If you love royal style, timeless elegance, and the stories behind the crown, you're in the right place. Before we move in, hit like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our weekly deep dives into the world's most fascinating royals. And tell me in the comments, which Queen Sofia look lives in your memory? Pastel suit at a national celebration, lace mantilla for a cathedral service, or a glittering tiara at a state banquet? Today we're celebrating Queen Sofia of Spain, her remarkable life, her work, and her enduring style. For more than half a century, Queen Sofia has been a steady presence in the Spanish royal family, blending duty with grace in a way that feels uniquely her own. This is a story about resilience, culture, philanthropy, and fashion, told through a life that moved from Athens to Madrid, from exile to a throne, and from young princess to beloved Queen Mother. Queen Sofia was born Princess Sofia of Greece and Denmark on November 2, 1938, in Athens, Greece, the eldest daughter of King Paul of Greece and Queen Frederica of Hanover. Her early childhood was shaped by the upheavals of World War II. Like many royal families in Europe, the Greek royals went into exile for periods of the conflict. Sofia spent time in Egypt and South Africa before the family returned to Greece. Those early moves taught her flexibility and gave her a perspective that would later define her calm approach to public life. She was educated in Greece and Germany, where she studied childcare, music, and archaeology, interests that would stay with her. She speaks several languages, including Greek, Spanish, English, French, and German, and has always had a passion for the arts. That passion is woven deeply into Spain's cultural institutions today, from music conservatories to museums that bear her name. Sofia's story changed direction in the early 1960s, when she met Prince Juan Carlos of Spain. Their engagement in 1961 united two royal houses with deep histories. Before the wedding, she converted from Greek Orthodoxy to Catholicism and adopted the Spanish spelling of her name, Sofia. The couple married in Athens on May 14, 1962, in a ceremony that symbolized both tradition and a new chapter. After their marriage, they settled in Spain and eventually made Zarzuela Palace, on the outskirts of Madrid, their home. Together, they had three children: Infanta Elena, born 1963, Infanta Cristina, born 1965, and Felipe, born 1968, who would one day become King Felipe VI of Spain. Family has always been at the center of Queen Sofia's life. Through the political transitions of Spain's modern history, including the end of the Franco era and Spain's return to democracy, she stood quietly but firmly beside her husband, then beside her son, helping to uphold a stable image of the Spanish monarchy. When Juan Carlos became king in 1975, Queen Sofia stepped into one of the most visible roles in Europe. She spent the next 4 decades carrying out engagements across Spain and abroad, supporting Spanish arts and culture, and lending her name and her energy to causes that mattered. Even after King Juan Carlos I abdicated in 2014 and Felipe VI ascended the throne, Queen Sofia remained a respected and active figure, continuing to support charitable initiatives and cultural projects that have defined much of her legacy. Her philanthropic work is substantial and sincere. In 1977, she founded the Queen Sofia Foundation, Fundación Reina Sofia, focusing on education, health, social welfare, culture, and scientific research. One of the foundation's most visible commitments is to the fight against Alzheimer's disease, supporting research, building specialized centers, and advocating for patients and families. She has consistently visited hospitals, supported food banks, and spotlighted programs for vulnerable communities, particularly children and the elderly. Her presence at these engagements is quiet and hands-on. You see her listening, asking questions, and turning the spotlight toward organizations that need it most. Her name is woven into Spain's cultural fabric. The Museo Nacional Centro de Arte Reina Sofia, known worldwide as the Reina Sofia Museum, is Spain's national museum of 20th century art and home to Picasso's Guernica. While the museum stands on its own merit, the association with Queen Sofia underscores her role as a patron of modern art and Spanish culture. She is also closely associated with the Escuela Superior de Música Reina Sofia, supporting exceptional musical education and helping bring world-class training to young performers. These institutions, education, music, modern art, reflect the same interests she cultivated as a young woman and the same priorities she championed as queen. Queen Sofia's public life is also about rituals and traditions that anchor the Spanish monarchy in the national calendar. You see her at National Day celebrations in October, at Pascua Milita in January at the Royal Palace, and at religious services across the year. Easter in Mallorca, at Palma Cathedral, has been a signature moment for the royal family for decades. Sofia's presence there is part of the Spanish Spring. Summers on the island at Marivent Palace also became a kind of informal tradition, blending official engagements with a gentler season of cultural events. And then there's her fashion, classic, refined, and unmistakably Queen Sofia. If you're a royal style watcher, you'll know her signature language. Elegant suits in soft pastels, tailored coats with clean lines, silk scarves in delicate prints, and pearls that never shout but always complete the look. Her daywear is polished and timeless. Tweed jackets, straight skirts, and structured handbags that speak of discreet luxury rather than trend-chasing. In a world that often rotates through looks at speed, Queen Sofia's wardrobe has always been about longevity. She repeats pieces, restyles favorites, and keeps a consistent silhouette that feels dignified at any age. For evening, she favors floor-length gowns with classic cuts, modest necklines, long sleeves or elegant cap sleeves, and subtle embellishments. She often chooses gentle shades, ice blue, soft rose, pale gold, or rich jewel tones for state events. Her jewelry, diamonds, pearls, and heirloom brooches, add shine without overwhelming. Tiaras are part of her story too. Over the years, she has worn some of the Spanish royal collection's most beautiful pieces, including the Malirio shell tiara and the Malirio floral tiara. On her wedding day, she wore the Prussian tiara, a family heirloom from her mother's side, a piece that has since appeared on the next generation. These jewels aren't just accessories. They carry family history and the memory of state banquets, enthronements, and diplomatic dinners. One of the most emblematic elements of Spanish royal style is the mantilla and peineta, a lace veil worn with a high comb for religious ceremonies and certain official events. Queen Sofia has worn the mantilla with characteristic poise, usually in black for solemn occasions and in white for weddings or celebratory masses. It's a look that connects the modern monarchy to Spanish tradition in a single, unforgettable image. If you look closely at her wardrobe, you'll notice a consistent love of texture. Fine lace, brocade, soft boucle, and silk. You'll see floral dresses in Mallorca's summer light and set-piece evening gowns in Madrid's gilded halls. You'll see two-piece ensembles that allow ease of movement during long days of engagements, midi-length hemlines that flatter without fuss, and scarves that add color and softness. It's never about being the boldest in the room. It's about being appropriate, graceful, and memorable, for the right reasons. Beyond clothes and crowns, Queen Sofia's legacy is rooted in service. She has always approached the role of Queen Consort, and later Queen Mother, with a sense of continuity. She supported King Juan Carlos I through the most sensitive years of Spain's democratic transition, and then stepped into a new chapter alongside her son, King Felipe VI, and his wife, Queen Letizia. As a grandmother to Princess Leonor and Infanta Sofia, she has been a steady presence during landmark moments for Spain's future queen, from the Princess of Asturias Awards to Leonor's swearing of allegiance to the Constitution. You often see Queen Sofia in those quiet supporting roles, smiling from the second row, proud and present, the matriarch whose experience grounds the moment. Her honors and patronages reflect wide interests. Education, healthcare, disability advocacy, music, and cultural heritage repeatedly appear in her schedule. She has been honorary president or patron of numerous Spanish and international organizations, often returning year after year to keep relationships strong and the spotlight on their work. If you follow Spanish royal news, you'll recognize her at performances, foundation anniversaries, museum openings, and award ceremonies, offering the kind of consistent support that helps institutions thrive. What makes Queen Sofia enduring isn't just that she's been here a long time. It's that she has been reliably herself. Through public controversies that touched the wider royal family and through changes within the institution, she has stayed focused on work that can be measured. Funding for Alzheimer's research, support for food banks, programs for children at risk, and ongoing patronage of Spain's cultural life. Her reputation for discretion and discipline is as much a part of her image as any tiara. You don't hear Queen Sofia making headlines for the wrong reasons. You see her showing up. Her personal style has evolved with the years, but not so much that it ever lost its core. In the 1970s and 80s, she embraced the tailored glamour of the era. In the 90s and 2000s, she doubled down on the structured suits and jewel-toned gowns that became her signature. Today, her wardrobe speaks a softer language, lighter fabrics, fluid lines, and those trademark scarves, but the message is the same: elegance, appropriateness, and a touch of warmth. Queen Sofia's life is also a Spanish story. She arrived from Greece and became part of Spain's modern identity, a bridge between the courtly past and a democratic present. She supported the country's artists, musicians, and writers. She watched Spain's museums blossom into global destinations. She presided over banquets for world leaders and cheered quietly at local music recitals for students. And she did it all in a way that made people feel proud to be represented by someone so composed and so human. Legacy is a big word, and it's often used too early. In Queen Sofia's case, it fits. Her legacy is visible in hospitals and research centers funded through the Queen Sofia Foundation. It's visible in the young musicians trained at the Reina Sofia School of Music and in the visitors who stand in front of Guernica at the Reina Sofia Museum. It's visible in the images of a queen consort who understood that style is not a distraction from substance. It is a way of bringing dignity to the work. If you're building a Queen Sofia mood board for your own wardrobe, here's what to take away. Choose quality over trend. Invest in a perfect suit or two in soft colors. Keep a rotation of silk scarves to refresh old favorites. Let pearls and simple diamonds do the heavy lifting. When the occasion calls for drama, make it about silhouette and fabric rather than glitter. And remember that the most important accessory is posture. How you carry yourself says more than any label ever will. As a figure in the Spanish royal family, Queen Sofia has done something very difficult. She has remained essential without demanding attention. She continues to attend engagements, often focusing on foundations and causes that benefit from her steady hand. Even as she has stepped back from the most visible day-to-day duties, she remains a reference point in Spanish society, a reminder of continuity, compassion, and quiet strength. If you enjoyed this look at Queen Sofia of Spain, her biography, her philanthropy, and her fashion, give this video a thumbs up. It helps more royal fans find the channel. Make sure you're subscribed and the bell is on so you never miss our next profile. And tell me below, which Queen Sofia moment or outfit is your favorite? The mantilla at Easter in Mallorca, a tiara at a state banquet, or a pastel suit at the Royal Palace in Madrid? Thank you for watching. Next week, we're breaking down another icon of royal style and substance. So stay tuned for more royal fashion, Spanish monarchy highlights, and the stories that give these images their meaning.